shooting once. Oh, ballers and a brofist to you all, for it is Friday. It's Drama Friday. It's Hat Day. It's Can't Be Arsed Day. Why? It's the penultimate. It's the penultimate, which means I'm doing something tomorrow of the worst week ever. Oh my God. Not only did I get throat plague, infectious throat plague, which sucked and meant I couldn't do much. All my videos sounded like a 1950s radio broadcast. Really bad. Not only that, but over 200 of you got just dismantled by Twitch on the subscriber system. So if you do come to the channel and you weren't subscribed and it's not there anymore, it's Twitch's fault. That's what happened. They sent me an email. That's the way it went down. Nothing much to say other than that. It happens. They bugged out. $1 million company. $1 billion company. Not millions. Not tens of millions. Billions. Billions of dollars. Screwed it up. We bugged. It's all pretty good. All pretty good. Welcome, everybody. Right. We have Mythic raid testing today. In an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, we will be getting Mythic. Which means we're going serious mode, right? Mythic, very, very serial. Super serial. And I will be raiding with the Stark team. Team Stark going over to do some Mythic testing as we did the other day, which was very, very cool. But what we're going to do right now, though, is enjoy some drama. Enjoy some fucking drama. We're going to get our drama on. And I've got 4 stories for you today, because a couple of them are quite short, but my God. There's one story in particular. I'm not sure how I should feel about it. I think you guys should tell me how I should feel about this story, because it makes me feel really bad. And I don't think it should. I don't think it should at all. Okay, so we'll start with that one then, so you guys can get a feeling. What is Drama Friday for you new people here and you Twitch browsers across the universe? Drama Friday is simple. People on the internet are fucking crazy. And sometimes we're horrible because of anonymity. So, because we're now mature, very, very mature people. Okay, super mature. And you'll see through the remainder of the show how mature we are. We like to look back at these things and go, you know what, I was a total douche then. But let's tell the story. Let's tell the fucking story, and now we can have a bit of a giggle about it, and also air it, get it off our chest. Get it off our chest. So that's what we're going to do today. So, I don't know how I should feel about this story. Here we go, okay? You guys can tell me at the end. It's very short. I'm going to go with... Oh, by the way, for all the people logging into chat who don't have a sub thing, if you guys could just fill them in, that would be awesome. Okay, my fiance and I have known each other for just over the entire lifespan of World of Warcraft. Never forget your anniversary, because it happened at the beginning of World of Warcraft. I met her in 2004 and introduced her to the game shortly afterward. Oh, you brought her in. You brought her in. She asked me what class to play, and I, knowing how grueling it was to level a paladin back in the days of yore, cheekily hyped how badass overpowered paladins were and that she should roll one. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I'm not mad that you told her to roll one of the worst leveling classes in the game. You didn't tell her to roll a priest. And therefore denied her the chance to play the best class. Denied her. As a side note, that later came back to bite me in the ass, because Arathi Highlands will forever be burned into my brain like torture of a former POW. She stuck with her paladin, faithfully and loyally, for 10 years now, never wavering from the holy light. Hell, she has never even done anything besides heal this entire time. My God. My God. Wow. Holy paladin till I die, right? Holy, even Elfie, a good friend of mine who had 2 holy paladins during the bad times, the dark times, the real dark times. Even Elfie gave up eventually. Holy paladin until she dies. I, on the other hand, enjoy change and play classes like cheap whores, using and abusing a class before I toss it aside for the next, always in a constant cycle. I've used up every class thoroughly except one. I haven't ever been gripped by a paladin. All of this has been fine until recently. Enter the preacher. Enter me into this little fiancé, okay? Double fiancé situation. Enter me. Apparently causing issues. Me causing problems. I watched your breakdown of the Ret Paladin for Warlords of Draenor, and I have to say that I loved what I saw. Empowered fuck all the things Divine Storm looked amazing, and I'd love to take part in it. I brought this to the attention of my lifelong paladin fiancé and was blindsided by thick, emotional rage more akin to a lifelong warrior. No, the fuck you're not, she proclaimed. with such righteous fury that I swore I saw the golden wings sprout from her back. I asked her why, but she would not give me a solid answer. Instead, she was steadfast that I can play any other of my fucking 10 characters all I want. But alas, I am not allowed to play a paladin. That ended the conversation for that day, but like an idiotic man that I am, I simply pushed forward the next day. Didn't leave it alone, went for it. But why not, right? Why can't I play a fucking paladin? Why can't I play whatever I want to do? What the shit? Is she worried that you're super awesome? Is that the concern? And we'll take her raid spot? Is that the issue there? We have had our tiffs before like any other couple, but my God, Preacher. When I tried to broach the subject again, it was like I had rounded up all of her friends, gave it to them, by that he means fucked them all, and posted the video to her Instagram. No, she has Instagram. It's important. She was so angry with me about playing a paladin that I could literally see the fuse of my life burning to its violent end. My fault, right? My fault. I could just imagine her ripping my grandmother's ring off her finger and casting it into the fires of Mount Doom. After hours of raised voices, pleaded cries, slammed doors, blown cooldowns, and scared kittens, we finally found ourselves at an impasse. We finally broke down our aggressive, defensive, and other-sive attitude, and she told me, I have been playing a paladin for years. It's my class. I've never done anything else. And you are a slut with classes and specs. You change day in and day out and do not deserve to be a paladin. You don't deserve to be a paladin. I know that if you have played one, you'll read forums, watch videos, and know all about paladins, so that when we play together, you'll point out what I'm doing wrong and make me feel bad. You're a backseat driver, my friend, aren't you? You're a backseat driver, and she can't fucking stand it. You're a backseat driver. I saw Preachy's video. Y'all should be more prioritizing that Divine Storms. All I'm saying, I watched this guy's video, this English guy, and he's telling me that you've done goofing up on your paladin, right? See what I'm doing? See what? You don't even have CLC rep. How can you be a paladin, right? You can't. You've been playing a paladin for 10 years. You haven't got no CLC rep. You fucked it up, man. Because Preach endorsed it. Preach endorsed it, and now you done fucked up. Now you done fucked up. I couldn't believe that this was her perception of me as a gamer. For us as a gaming team. I realised something about myself that night that I hated, and now I'm doing everything I can to not be such a dick. The problem is, really, I want to play a Rectinin because of those Divine Storms. I hope this can make it into the running. The title of this story was how rolling a paladin almost ended a marriage before it even began. My fault! My fault, right? What a douche passing the buck to me. I know, right? You said you were going to stop being a dick. How is it my fault? How is it my fault? You should blame Blizzard for making Ret so fucking cool, right? In general. Like, paladins in general are pretty cool. Not Holy, right? But, yeah, Holy's really bad. Not much I can do about that. Still, you can macro stuff as Holy. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's not my fault, right? It's not my fault. I love it. Should I feel bad? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, should we have another... Let's see, that's a brief one, right? Now we're going to go in. Right, we need some characters for this one. This one's entitled, We're Having a Funny Day. It's a funny day. We're having a funny day. How my 3-year relationship ended because of a manly harem. Harem in World of Warcraft, right? So, it's getting slutty, is all I'm going to say. Right, we need a prop pally. We need a priest. We need a load of guys. That's not going to work. And we need a lady friend. Oh, a lady friend came into it? I see. Was she the shoulder to cry on? Is that what happened? I see. I need 2 girls. Hey, get me. I need 2 girls. Right, Cupcake. Cupcake, you're in. There's a girl. Sorry, but Cupcake, come on. Come on. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, but we're going with that. Where's the next Wendy? I've missed the name. Where's the new Wendy? All right. Well, Quacker. We'll go with Quacker. Quacker, the other lady. And the prop pally could be a nice manly name of Biff. I saw Biff in there. We got Biff, Cupcake, and Quacker. And plus a load of guys. A load of guys shall be the thing. A load of guys. Right, okay. The 3-year relationship is coming to an end. Mango juice. Get on my level. I was at the time playing... Okay, I assume we're not English, that's okay. I was at the time playing a Protection Paladin and tanking the Bastion of Twilight and Blackwing Descent. Ooh, tough stuff. Tough stuff. When I got my girlfriend, since almost 3 years to start playing. Why? Jesus. She rolled a human female priest. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. She started playing WoW. Every guy's story is pretty much the same. She started playing WoW. You need to be a healer. Have you ever considered a female priest? Mm-hmm. I rolled a prot warrior, and since it was a good way of getting her started as a healer. You roll a healer, I'll be the tank, and we'll be like as one. That's the way it's gonna work. Maybe, and then she said, maybe I should be the tank and you be the healer, and you said, no. No, you'll heal me, right? And I'll be the cool one. You heal me. She capped quite quick for a girl of no experience and became a decent healer. I got her into... Of course, she was playing a priest. Easy mode. I got her into my guild to fill in whenever we needed an extra healer in our raids. Oh, she's bench. Team 2. She's pretty decent. Team 2. Sits on a bench, alright? Whenever with somebody who doesn't turn up, she can come. Fine. But she got tired of not being in every raid. And she said, I'm going to get my own guild so I can raid more. And I said, sure thing. She wasn't that good then, was she? She wasn't that good. Not even fucking close to that good. I'm going to leave to a different guild. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You go do that. She immediately joined a cesspool guild that had a raiding team. She did well. She got into raiding one night. And she was raiding 25-man Bastion of Twilight. I was at her place, laying in bed, watching TV while she raided. Dude. I don't know if that's cool or not. I can't decide. Did you have no console? I don't know. And the shit I heard was insane. The sucking up and hitting on her was the worst shit I've ever heard. She was immune to criticism. And every single person criticizing her got an instant G kick. And then the flirting. I mean, I've seen some flirting on girls in my days, but this was the dirtiest flirting I've ever heard in my life. I asked, what the hell have you been doing in this guild? This shit is sick. I said, haven't you told them you're not even single? She said she had, but they just won't stop hitting on her. I said, you could at least demand some respect from them. It's like you're the designated guild slut. She did not take well to being called a slut. Most girlfriends don't. I say most. There are some who enjoy it in a certain situation, right? Not saying I know any, just saying some, okay? There's a variable, okay? There's a variable of girls who enjoy being called a slut in certain situations. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm saying. You risked it. You risked it. You went for it. You went for it. It didn't work. Right? That's what happened there. And then she didn't like it, which is a bummer. I didn't think more about this occasional joke. I called you a slut. I was only joking, though. I was only joking. I was only joking. I was only kidding. It's fine. You remember when you called me a slut? Oh, that was a funny time, wasn't it? That was really good. I didn't think any more about this. An occasional joke about her getting every piece of loot she wanted and having an entire online menagerie of guys that would jump in front of a moving train if she asked them. She didn't like those jokes either. But I thought to myself, if it's just unkissed virgins from across the sea, she couldn't possibly be interested in any of them. Oh dear. It's fine. They all live away. It's okay, right? Okay, it's just harmless online flirting, guys. It's just harmless web chat. That's all it is. It's just harmless, fun web chat. Nothing to be worried about. One day she called me and asked me if I could tank the Firelands for them since they could not find a tank. I said sure. Got invited to TeamSpeak and the raid. We killed the first 2 bosses, and then a ring from trash drops. It was a really good upgrade for me since I had a blue crap ring for some reason. I had early been assured that I would have the same loot privileges as everyone else. We need a tank. Do I get to roll on all the loot? Yes. Please join on your tank. Absolutely. We will not fuck you over. Log your tank. Please come a tank. We've been looking for over an hour. It's fine. It was called out. Need for main spec? Go ahead and roll, guys. Go ahead and roll. I rolled in it. I rolled a solid 94. And then the ring got given to a guy who rolled a 40 or something. Absolutely. It's fine. A guy who rolled a 40 or something. I said, what the fuck? The loot master replied. The loot master replied in a clear and concise way. He really needs that ring for his off-spec. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, calm down, dude. Dude, relax. He needs it for his off-spec, okay? Really needs it. Like, seriously needs it for his off-spec. I'm not even joking. He fucking needs that ring. Something shocking for his off-spec. Alright? Okay? You listening? For his off-spec, he needs it. He needs it. Not so calmly, I replied. Look at my shitty ring. You could have expressed yourself in a different way. I need that ring for my main spec, but it was too late. In a very grown-up, mature manner, I pulled everything I could, inducing a wipe, and said, have fun finding a new tank, dickheads, and left the raid. 30 seconds later, my girlfriend was on the phone asking what the fuck I was doing and why I had left. I told her I was not going to be used as a fucking welfare tank for a cesspool guild. She actually apologised to me. Then she started to drift away. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry that happened. I'm never calling you again. Oh my god. She didn't want to hang out as often as before, and finally, hardly ever. Then I broke up with her, saying if you'd rather hang out with your slut boys 7 days a week and spend any time with your boyfriend, I'm not having it anymore. I'm leaving you. Okay, thanks, bye. Now, I know you think you got the upper hand there, but quitting before you get fired isn't that good. Let me say hello to my son. I haven't seen him like all day. Come here. Hey, smiley boy. Yeah. Guess who dressed my son this morning? That's what happens if you let me dress him. Have fun, my mummy. It's the lich baby. Go away.
I like seeing what they say.
Oh, okay. She started to drift away. 3 days later, I found out that she had booked a flight to London to spend her New Year's Eve there. I got this information from a mutual lady friend called Quacker.
Sorry, they were saying I was invisible. We're going now.
Bye. 3 days later, she went to went off from a mutual lady friend called Quacker, which I had known for over 10 years. So she kind of had my back. I myself made a trip over the New Year's to Copenhagen with Quacker and her boyfriend. Wow, dude, third wheel or what the fuck? You went to a girl's... What? Wait a minute. You made a trip on New Year to Copenhagen to spend time with a girl and her boyfriend. Okay. That could have been okay. Friends, right? With her boyfriend who I'd also known for years. I also brought a childhood friend along with me so we could... Oh, okay, so you brought a friend. Alright, okay. Alright, that's fine. Three-way, look everybody. It's a three-way! Three-way! Woo! No, no three-way. No three-way. It's the devil's three-way. It's not gay if it's in a three-way, right? We've established that. I also brought a friend so we could do the bro thing whenever they were acting cute. It was bliss. New Year was fantastic. We hooked up with chicks, shot fireworks in the streets, did shots and got invited to a random party by drug dealers. Everything you expect from Copenhagen. Can we confirm? Chat, can we confirm? Can we confirm? Yeah? Okay, good. On the New Year's Day, Quacker got a phone call from my girlfriend, Cupcake. Cupcake was on the phone. She was at the airport on her way home and wanted to speak to me. Oh, this is going to take a bad dark turn, and I didn't read this far. Cupcake was crying and asking if I could pick her up at the airport when she got home, since she had no money for the bus. Decision time, guys. She left you. She left you high and dry. You've just been partying Copenhagen style. Drugs for life, apparently. And then the call comes in. It's not a booty call. It's the rescue call. What do? What do you do? Do you do it? I bet 99% of you would. Of course you would. Of course you would. To the rescue. I said spitefully. Fuck no, you liars. You fucking would. You fucking would. You would. I said not to do anything with it, but to be the rescuer. To be the rescuer. That's all I'm saying. To be the rescuer. I said to her in a little spiteful way. Did the man-whore visit not go too well? Rubbing it in, kicking her while she's down. Not cool, bro. She told me to stop. I refused to come and get her, so her parents had to do it. I later found out from Quacker that she had gone to London to meet 3 of the guys from the guild. She bought the ticket. She paid for it. She paid for it. Wait. Between 3 of them, they couldn't get her a ticket. Between 3 of them. Between 3 of them, they didn't even chip in. Oh, man. Such bros. If she had gone to London to meet with 3 of the guys from the guild. The problem was that all 3 of them had been madly in love with her in the only way an unkissed virgin cesspool raider could be. She thought it was going to be a friendly thing. I'll fry... The naivete. The naivete. Oh my god. They had raged on each other for hitting on her and started a 3-way fist fight at a club. Put up your dukes, virgins. This is the most disorganized meeting of a girl I've ever heard of in my life. With 3 of them. 3 of them. And not one, they'd not discussed it beforehand, that this girl was coming over who they all had crushed on. And then they all got into nerdy fisticuffs. Nerdy fisticuffs in the bar. Put them up, put them up. Nerdy fisticuffs. At a club, and all of them had been arrested as she had to spend the night outside. Take a bus to the airport and book a flight home. That party though, that's not how it goes down in Copenhagen. That's not how it rocks in Copenhagen. No way. That's not the Copenhagen way. I am never going to introduce a girlfriend of mine to WoW ever again. The end. Oh my god. That's the most disorganized shit I've ever heard. Right, let's ghost somebody. Let's ghost somebody. Okay, we didn't get to use Biff, so I'm going to bring Biff back as the GM tank. Okay. We need 3 rogues. I'm just putting that out there right now. We need 3 rogues. So, someone's getting ghosted for sure. 3 rogues. Sure, I'll fly to London to meet 3 random internet dudes who keep flirting with me constantly. We're probably going to go for coffee and a muffin. Oh dear. Alright, we'll have Spook. Spook's in. The Fork, it's actually the Black Fork. I'm just going to go with Fork. And last one shall be Hydra. It's actually the Laser Hydra, but we'll go with Hydra. Those all sound like rogue names. Spook, Fork, and Hydra. Team Rogue. Okay. Karma decides it's time for a payback. Okay. English is not my native tongue, so apologise for the horrible spelling. Don't you guys worry about it. I will muddle through. I'm a reading age of about 13. I can cope. Refer to the rogues. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We have since renamed our guild newly. Oh, okay. You've newly renamed your guild. Okay. So we can use the name of the guild is what I'm going to take there. I'll change it anyway, just in case I'm reading that wrong, due to the non-native English-speaking tongue. Part 1, the intro. Hey, Preacher, and your awesome viewers, you team. Here's my story of being an absolute arsehole loot whore. Yes. Can we get some ghosts up in here? An arsehole loot whore. Which ended with me getting totally fucking owned. I was playing an undead rogue since vanilla. And we're still in the same guild. Oh, so good. So good. So good. Undead rogue since vanilla. Doing it right. Doing it right. And then TBC hit my face with its awesome sauce. I was the rogue class leader. And let's say I already had a reputation in the guild for how much of an asshole I was. Okay, fair enough. He's the class leader rogue. Of course he's an arsehole. He ticks all the boxes. We need a rogue, undead, arsehole. Tick, tick, tick. This man's the man. The guild did not mind at all. They seemed to always enjoy my roguish drama. Getting a good chuckle out of me owning the noobs. Spell N-E-W-B-S. My GM Biff was also pretty dirty. Oh, right, okay. Always making sure the rules were in his favour, but of course, always saying, guys, this is the best for the guild. Nobody gets to say that better than a long-time GM. I'm going to take the mount, the first mount, so it doesn't cause an argument, okay? It's the best for the guild, because otherwise it'll cause all kinds of rage. We didn't expect to kill this boss today. We did. So what we'll do is I'll take the first one. So there's no rage. And then you guys can decide on the forum who gets the next one, okay? Alright? I'm the guild master. It's kind of important. Just saying. Just saying. I will admit, though, I was much worse. I was much worse. Our guild was not for the faint-hearted, and we had a reputation of being cruel to newbies. Still, people applied for some reason. Part 2, the beginning. After much grinding and prep, our guild was ready to test our might against the Black Temple. We made good progress in our first week. We made it to the council. Oh, right, okay. That was, you had some prep. We made it to the council, where we had to stop because the tanks did not expect us to get so far and hadn't prepared for it. You do have to press spell reflect. It's kind of tough. It is, it's pretty tough. You do have to press spell reflect, and the other tank has to AFK. And tank the poison dude, the rogue, which I did, because I was the off tank. It's tough. It was pretty tough stuff. You know what I mean? Anybody remember that council fighting Black Temple as a tank? Pretty hardcore. That consecration, got to move, press spell reflex. The other guy can tank a guy who's stealth for half the fight. It's pretty good. It's pretty tough, yay! I don't want to say that Black Temple wasn't the ultimate raid instance, but I'm just saying, some of those fights, AFK on Mother Sharaz, good times. Good times. Don't want to cause parry issues. I better just leave my keyboard alone and hope you guys kill it. See you later. Awesome stuff. I love the Black Temple. So good. Old school mechanics. Okay. And since the main tank was in fact Biff, well, let's just say that criticism was best kept to yourself. Slagging them off? Not good. Not good. The next few weeks did not go so well. The first week was a complete fluke, but this gave me time, rumours and pics of the Warglaves, and started to surface. Needless to say, I wanted both of them first, but there was a problem. Since I had completely forgotten the lessons of the previous tier of always saving for best in slot items, DKP whoring is what we call it, I had used too much DKP, and the other rogues had been saving. Those fuckers. This means war. The game is now afoot, and I am coming for them. So, you ended up in a little tricky situation, being the best geared, no doubt, because you spent all your DKP, but now everybody else has too much. They have too many points, those are the guys. And you need some Warglaves. Part 3. The plan and execution. I was a loss of what to do since we had 4 rogues in our guild at this time. We had myself, Spook, Fork and Hydra. And the other rogues all had more DKP than me. But they were all new additions to the guild and didn't know about the guild's history. With this in my favour, I set out to eliminate the newest members first. That would be Hydra. Hydra had slightly more DKP than me. This is a good story because this shit happens, okay? Don't think this is a Black Temple TBC thing. This still happens to this day. Be careful, okay? Be careful, new raiders. Hydra had slightly more DKP than me. One week when we had down Gertog, the messenger of fate had dropped, and he had not bid at first, so I whispered him, Dude! That dagger is best in slot. You should take it. You can get it easy. You can get that dagger so easy. Like, we've all got better, but you can. That's best in slot, dude. You should totally bid. I'm not going to bid on it, is all I'm going to tell you. Okay, Hydra? Dude, I'm your class leader. You can trust me. It's best for the guild. We need to even out our DPS, yeah? I also decided to whisper spook. Man, you should trick Hydra by bidding. Then when he bids, bid some more to take more DKP off him. After all, you don't want to challenge him for your Warglaives, do you? I can tell you, as awful as this is, right, which is really bad. This is really, really bad. This is really bad. The amount of whispers I had as a GM and raid leader that blah, blah, blah was whispering them, trying to force them to bid DKP. Okay, here's a question, chat. Here's a question for you all. How many of you have seen this occur where you know one guy kicking over another one by bidding on something you know they don't want? And you've seen it happening. How many times have you been sat there when people bid DKP and you're like, he doesn't want that item. He's just fucking that guy over completely. And you can tell when it's happening. And it's horrible because no one wants to say anything because you're not sure, right? But fucking hell, you've seen it happen. You know you've seen it happen and it's horrible. It worked perfectly. Spook and Hydra went on a bidding war, which Hydra won in the end, but at the cost of almost all of his DKP. Oh my god. 1 down, 2 to go. Lost all his DKP on a messenger of fate. Ah, shit. Congratulations. You won. You won. Here you go. Shit. Absolute shit. Oh, man. The two other rogues won't be so easy. They both wanted the glaives very, very badly. We now had Illidan on farm, but the glaives had yet to drop. The bastard Biff got the bulwark on the first kill. My man. My man. Motherfucker. With still no drop on the 6th kill and the other rogues not bidding for other items, their hand had to be forced. I fucking... What's worse... Getting all reminiscent for a moment. What's worse than watching people screw each other over on DKP? How many of you seen this? Where upgrades are disenchanted because people won't spend on them. That is why DKP fucking sucks. Where people refuse to spend points on clear upgrades, even if they're best in slot. Always used to happen with tier items, which will drop every week. Nobody bids on them because they're waiting for the mace, the shield, the braces, the necklace, all that fucking nonsense. And then as the raid leader, you have to go, you're fucking taking it. I am not disenchanting upgrades. No way. Dicks. Yeah, it pisses. It's the worst thing ever. You know you're in a bad progress guild when that happens. So fucking bad. Used to happen in kill count lost all the time. It was awful. They were so much worse geared than me at this point since I was taking all the items to cheap. So I suggested to Biff, as the class leader for rogues, it is unactable these two arse-hats are not bidding for clear upgrades. They are holding us back. Sure, we have the instance on farm, but they need to start taking some of the items to be more used to the guild. And I fucking agree with that, dude. I totally agree with that. That is a kickable offence in my eyes if people are missing upgrades. Slash wink. Of course Biff agreed, since he fully knew my true intentions and said, I'll make some new rules to... Biff, reading between the lines and also being a dirty GM, said, I will make some new rules to facilitate some future drops. Drops in question mark. Drops, alright? I'll sort it out. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. We're going to fix this up real nice. Not long after this, 2 new guild rules came into place. If an item drops, which is a significant upgrade to you, and by that I mean an upgrade of any description, you have to bid the minimum DKP cost. And the fun, rule 2, disrupting the raid with rage, whining, or actions deemed hurtful to progress, you will get 1 boss loot ban. This rule will, of course, be used later. The loot bans. The loot bans. I think the loot ban, in all seriousness, loot banning is about the saddest desperation move you can make. If your guild is so focused on loot that loot bans is the only way you can get anything done, you're in trouble and you need to get the fuck out of there. Because that is a guild of loot-hungry motherfuckers who will screw progress so hard that you'll be wiping on shit for fucking weeks pointlessly. With the new rules in place, though, Spook and Fork had to take items, and boy, did they go at it. Somehow they managed to be quite even in DKP, but they would not escape my master plan. We were about to kill Illidan for the 8th time. Before the raid started, I had teamed up with Spook and agreed to help him get the glaives first. You son of a bitch. Before the raid, we had a TeamSpeak call between the three of us. I was the mediator. We agreed that if the glaives dropped, they would both roll to see who got it. Oh my god. Right, true ghosting story. During Vanilla, Mr. Ghost on his Paladin found himself in a guild that was clearing Black Temple. He had not been much of a part of progress. As far as I remember, I think they were already up to Nefarian when he joined. Mr. Ghost had, of course, no Judgment armor. Judgment armor in Mr. Ghost eyes is the best armor. It's the only armor, right? It's pretty good. Ghosty, of course, I think this is how the story goes, so take my word. You can ask him. Was pretty sure that most of the other paladins, I think there's about 6 paladins in the guild at the time, 40-man raiding, never forget, had everything already, except for things like shoulders. And of course, probably chest piece from Nefarian. Ghosty got a lot of loot pretty quick. Got a lot of his judgment pretty quick, probably on his first run. And then didn't have much loot for a long time. Didn't have much loot for a long time. But he really, really wanted the shoulders very badly. So Mr. Ghost organised a team where he pointed out that as the Paladins, we could spend the minimum DKP on off-spec pieces by making sure that tier pieces were organised. This is how it went. The Paladin team would organise it over who would get which tier piece in what order, and that meant they would always bid the minimum and no one would bid against them. This would then enable them to have more DKP to spend on other stuff. Okay? On other stuff. And Ghosty made it, so he was the first and the newest, the newest member of the guild, the newest paladin to the guild to get every single piece of judgment for the minimum cost and then take all the good loot off other people. That's how you do it, friends. That is how you do it. True story. That's how you do it. He was so smug about it as well. Ghost invented that. He was one of the first. He was one of the first. I think he got shoulders and chest in like 2 weeks and was like done. I didn't give a shit about anything else. Okay. We're on Vent and we're organising a team. We're organising a team. We downed Illidan and the loot was listed one by one. Yeah, we had it out. It looked like we did not get the glaives this time either, but then there is one more item, said Biff, and listed the main hand warglaive. Oh dear. Both Spook and Fork were cheering with joy. They were asked to bid. But then Spook rolled, and then immediately Fork rolled too. Oh, wait, no. This is brilliant. Oh my god. I can't believe this is how it went down. Okay. Scratch that. The warglaive has dropped. Rogues, go for it. Right, that's where we are. Immediately, Fork rolled. And Spook bid all of his DKP. We've made an agreement, right? We'll roll for it. It's fine. Okay, we don't need to bid DKP. We've already sorted this out. Slash roll. Blah has bid all his DKP. Oh my god, so good. Oh god. Fork Fork saw this and started raging. We had a deal, the three of us. Back me up here, Arthur. With much profanity and more, Spook started to rage back, stating that there was no deal. I had never agreed. He also asked me to back me up on this. I said, I have no idea what you guys are on about. I don't know what you're talking about. Am I right? Why are you bringing me into this? I don't know what the fuck you two are sorting out. You guys are sorting the Glaives out. I don't know. I have nothing to do with me. I'm a student that sit on the fence. Look, I'm not going to get angry in the middle of a raid. I'm a class leader. I've got to set an example. And personally, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So fuck you guys. But, I said, I have no idea what you guys are on about. But Biff, are they not both in violation of the new rules? I mean, I don't want to be the guy to point it out. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure these guys are in violation of the new rules. Both Spook and Fork started to rage at me. I had planned this all along, they claimed. The others in the guild started to snicker because they, of course, knew that, yes, I had in fact planned this all along. Part 5, the win. Biff got mad and told everyone to shut the fuck up. The new rule went into effect and Hawk and Spook were now loot banned from Illidan. Now I was glad inside. Yes, it's mine. Ha! You fuckers had it coming. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Sick, I know. Okay, so you understand they didn't. The glaive was listed once more and I bid all my lousy DKP and thought to myself, it's mine. Oh boy, was I wrong. Biff also bid. Oh no! Oh my god! That twist! The twist! Biff just sits in his chair. Like this. Double wrecked. Biff had bid just a little bit more than I did and took the glaive. What the fuck, I said. Biff, it's not a tank weapon. He answered calmly, why did you bid, knowing full well you too are banned from loot? What, I said? How? You didn't say I was banned. Biff said in a smirky tone, did not think I had to say it. I mean, you're the one behind all of this, and you're a veteran of this guild. You should know better. Slowly did I realise that the new rule was merely applied to rope me in. Fuck you, I said you had it planned, Biff said. I cannot confirm or deny your suspicions. That's the best answer ever. You've planned this. Hey, I can neither confirm nor deny that. Well, let's rock on. Let's just get on with it. End of the week. See you next Wednesday. Biff is your hero. Oh my god, the master of it all. That fucker had laid plans within plans. He knew I would use the rule to my advantage, and so the seeds were sown. That brilliant motherfucker. At least you respect him. That's why he's GM, and you are a mere class leader. Okay, that's why Biff's in charge. The rest of the guild just laughed at my misery. I did get the glaze too, where it took about 10 more kills. Lucky motherfuckers. Only for them to be pretty useless in the next tier. No. Most of Sunwell was demons. Don't be shit. And Biff, well, he did not give a shit that the glaives was to be no use to his tanking weapon, and used it as such. He, of course, had dibs on the offhand and took it for his future Fury spec. He has never to this day played Fury. Oh, even better. Hey, Biff, that weapon's useless as a tank. So? It's a Warglaive. I don't give a fuck. It's shitter than every other weapon. I don't give a shit, man. I'm fucking wearing it. And I get the other one too, because it'll be more useful in the future for my bank. Just saying. I'm still in this guild and we have a great time owning noobs. We clear Siege of Orgrimmar. Naturally, Biff and me taking the heroic mount first and second. I hope you like my story of how I got owned. Enjoy Drama Friday. We did. We did indeed enjoy that story. We did. Right. Okay. Does this one get a little scary? It's got roleplay in it. Oh, this is a... okay. Alright. This one's really mean. I think it's really mean. Right, we're going to whiz through this because I've got mythic rating in 45 minutes. And I still need to eat and see my son. I was 18 when WoW launched. I was a dedicated Warcraft 3 player and loved the story and went on and bought a boxed copy of the game. When I finally got home, I thought to myself to start this awesome adventure. But it started with a not so awesome 5-hour-long installing time. What the fuck was that PC? 5 hours? Did the original WoW come on 4 CDs? Back me up, people. I'm pretty sure it did. Or was it 5 CDs? Was it 4 or 5 CDs? I can't remember. I think it might even been 6. Was it 6? 6? Maybe. Once this was out of the way, I created my first character. I was really into roleplay and story and decided to have one character at a time. My choice? Nelf Druid. His nickname was Old Man in a foreign tongue. Not so heroic, you might add, but boy, was I excited to play an old druid. 5 CDs? Oh, is it 6? Fucking hell. Combination. My druid quickly made it to level 10. Just after 1.5 weeks. 1.5 weeks. And it was here that I encountered the guild that would destroy WoW for me. Oh my god. It was an RP guild. Very logical since we were on an RP server. As have I already said, I enjoyed RP. And joined without question. They greeted me in the guild with a hello there. Nice to meet you, old druid. And the pleasure is mine, old man. They all seemed very nice people, but it was only a charade for their true evil. They convinced me that one of the that one of the key elements of RP was to be one with your character. And once you died, you had to delete your character. Newbie! Well, we take our RP very seriously here. If you die, you must delete your character. That is the science. And that is how it shall be. This wasn't even strange, I thought back then. They were all under level 20, so obviously they had been re-rolling a lot. I hadn't even considered the fact that the game had only been out for 2 weeks at a time. Well, they're all low level. Seems legit, right? Seems pretty normal to me. I slowly progressed as the quest reader I was and completed my bear farm quest at level 12. Now I thought I was invincible. I had done it before my friend at school, brackets, my only friend. Sad face. And surely I felt epic. This new bear farm opened up a whole new world of gameplay for me. A whole new world of RP possibilities. And so it was that I died to 3 randomly pulled mobs and had to delete my beloved old man druid. I begged the guild before I deleted him to make them invite my new character that I was going to make. They agreed. Okay, you can have one more chance. You can have another chance this time, alright? But don't go and die again. Don't go and die again. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I made my new character and it was a female dwarf warrior. So that happened. In brackets, you will hate me. I will. Why did you look at the female dwarf character and think to yourself, yes. Yes. At the time, I actually thought that I was an alliance troll because I was so ugly. The guild invited me again. This time they told me that they changed the rules and I didn't have to delete my character once I died. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so much worse. This is the meanest story. This time they told me that they changed the rules and I did not have to delete my character once I died. The only new rule was that if I did die, that I was not allowed to release my spirit. Shit, I'm dead. Fuck. It took me 4 hours before I died at level 5 and I logged off as the student role player that I was. For those of you who do not know, if you do not release your spirit when you die, it takes about 3 or 4 days until you auto spawn. I did not know, because I'm not that fucking stupid. Are you kidding me? I would never know that in any game since I was like 3. Since I was playing my fucking Commodore, I would never find that information out. I have played World of Warcraft for nearly a decade, and I still did not know that information. I had no idea that could even happen. No idea. That's never come up. What the fuck? Dude, are you kidding me? You're ruining my voice right now with your fucking stupidity. That is insane that has happened. Good lord, dude. Ugh. In this phase, it obviously took me a while to level. But at the end of the day, or until I died, I was still very happy for playing the game. Since this was my only character due to my own personal RP rules, I had lots of free time where I couldn't play the game. This game is amazing. I mean, I can't play it for a few days at a time. But, still a pretty good fucking game. Still a pretty good game, though. I have all this free time. I just got this new game that I pay for monthly. I've got so much free time where I can't play it. It's fucking amazing. Instead, I dedicate my time on drawing maps of the landscape of WoW. What? The fuck? Trying to pinpoint locations for quests and big trash packs so that I would not run into them by mistake. Tell me you drew like the patrols of mobs. Tell me you did that. Tell me you did that. Tell me you like drew the patrol of the fucking Null Alpha and where he goes. I was what you could truly call the ultra lonely virgin nerd level 1000. Yes! Yes! Mega nerd. That's super dish face, dude. That's fucking dish face maximum. That's overload dish face. That is super dish face. And the worst part of it all, didn't even bother me. I had a file like an encyclopedia. My god. The rating. We're taking him rating. We're taking him rating. It took me several years to hit level cap. Fucking hell. Since every level I gained, I just died a lot more. I did not understand the auction house and did not connect the new mail with my purchases. Did you just think you were buying things and it just disappeared? I keep buying things off this fucking auction house and they're not in my bag. I keep buying things and they're not in my bag. What is going on with this game? What is that? I'll just draw the map. I'll just draw the fucking map. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I ran around to vendors and bought common grey gear from them because that appears in my bag. I trust the vendors because it's in my bag. I bought common gear from them. I was the reason that those things existed. Oh yes, I was this bad. For real. By the time I hit level cap, ICC had just been released. My guild has held together throughout the years and we had roleplayed a lot. However, I wanted to take it to the next step, which was raiding. Only a few days before I asked my GM to start assembling raid pugs, I talked to my friend about my release spirit problems. He said that wasn't normal at all. And showed me how to write a ticket to a GM. I was convinced that the GM was my guild master. Did you know you can send a letter directly to your guild master, and if you're a guild master, you get this thing in game like a help button, and GMs and guild masters are obligated to reply, and they get fancy blue text. It's fucking amazing. It's so good. GM must mean guild master. What else would it mean? What else could it possibly mean? And this ticket was for the officer chat that I had heard rumors about. Did you know there's an officer chat? And in there, that's where our tickets go. It's amazing. I've never seen it myself. But apparently there is another chat that I can't get into. I mean, I'm just a lowly guy, man. I'm not in there. I'm not an officer or anything. I don't know, but it exists. It exists. I asked the GM why I could not release my spirit. The GM thought I had a game problem and explained it all. He really supported me to the point where he must think that I, a 23-year-old guy playing what? 23? 23. 23. He really supported me to the point where he must think that I, a 23-year-old guy playing WoW, was a complete fucking retard. Who talked about ghost stories about the spirit healer. That's what we've been talking and RPing about in my guild. Oh, they trolled you so hard? They told you that it was ghost stories? These guys must have... They turned it into a roleplay story for you. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. Oh my god, they roleplayed it as a ghost story for you to keep the story going. That's brilliant. That guild must have had the best time with you around. In the end though, we had it all figured out. I understand that I was able to release spirit and thought that Eddie and I and my guild master had agreed about it. Oh, because you thought it was your guild master! He thinks his guild master has agreed to allow him to release spirit. We've got it all figured out. I've spoke to the GM, which is my guild master, and we've agreed that I can in fact release my spirit. It's fine. He was very helpful actually. I was surprised at how helpful and cared for me. It was pretty cool. My GM's actually a really nice guy, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's worked out really well. All I had to do was send the ticket, and my GM has dealt with it. It's pretty good. ICC has just launched. I was allowed to die and release my guild. Was on the... I was now allowed to die and release my spirit. It took 10 minutes to get a group and then my guild leader summoned us. No one had asked where we were going since we were all pretty good geared. Except me with my common gear and a few... You're still wearing the common gear though. And a few questing blues and greens. At ICC level. Yeah, again... People must have thought that I was a retard. It was not my proudest moment, but it gets worse. At least you recognise this. I totally recognise it. I would love to have been there for your moment of clarity when it came through. Well, summoned, we found ourselves inside of Nax 25, man. I can't blame my guild. They had played for 5 years and they'd always role-played with linear progression and thought that that is where we should start. ICC's out. Time to get our Nax on. Even more strange, no one had any problems with this. Since we were only 23 guildies. We've finally got... ICC's come out. We've finally got enough to raid. Close enough. 23. Let's go to Nax. We all joined Vent. Everyone was buffing up. And then a whisper started. I heard it was my guild master and some officers were talking about invisibility. I proudly raised my voice in raid chat and asked, what do you, my fellow adventurers, speak of? One of the officers replied, where are you? I didn't understand this. Where was I? Where are you? I don't know. Where am I? I was in the raid. Had something gone wrong? Had I been kicked? Several problems ran through my head when they kept going on with their trolling. All the officers joined in. I can't see him either. Where is he? And then the GM said, oh, of course. But he is a female dwarf, and they do not exist inside Naxxramas. It was too bad that I was too stupid to understand that they were joking. It had been an in-guild joke between all the officers and the GM for years, and now they let it out. They quickly made it all that much worse and said that, considering you're invisible here, I should scout ahead with my invisibility and see which mobs we could kill, or I would be kicked from the guild. I, who had been in this guild for as long as I played WoW, was terrified in my first raid and slash walked all the way to the entrance of the Spider Quarter. I pulled some mobs, I died, they laughed, I released spirit, they kicked me from the guild, and I quit the game. The moment of clarity is here. But I will tell you it ends well. I'm not going to read the rest because I have to leave, unfortunately. I have to leave. But the moment of clarity does occur. The moment of clarity does occur. I'll read the very end, the happy ending. The evil bastards had had me on their friends list for years, only to see me come back, join their guild as they would send me an invite. I found out the guildmaster had changed both name and race when he knew that I was back, and Sir Dishface and his officers of evil had started with a different plan. I hope you enjoyed my story. Keep up the good work, and please, if you read this, read it on a Drama Friday, since I watch it on YouTube due to working hours, and I would love to have it all recorded with your thoughts. Oh my god! Ah, good times, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we'll take your word for it because it's all in good fun. Alright, guys, I'm going to have to call it there. Thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful Drama Friday. That was good. Many a good laugh. Many a good laugh. Great day. I'm raiding in 30 minutes, so I have to leave. I'm streaming tomorrow, some point. I'll tweet. Follow on Twitter. All that good shit. We're streaming some WOD beta. We'll do some stuff. We'll do some stuff on WOD beta. Alright, guys. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. There's no web show tomorrow. Other than that, bye-bye. Do something cool on your weekend. Bye, guys.